Welcome to Woody Anderson Ford. My name is Alan Hulsey, one of the new car sales managers here. Today I'm going to help you guys out with a little bit of information on some of the technology in our 2019 Expedition Limited. This particular one is a stealth edition, so you notice all of the sport appearance like the black grille and black wheels. But what's most important about some of these vehicles is the technology that Ford puts into it. Sync 3, Apple CarPlay, Sync Connect, and the app you use on your phone, Ford Pass Connect. So I'm going to go over a few things. Follow me. So first we're going to go over a few things about Sync 3. Sync 3 is the newer system by Ford that you can use. It's an 8-inch touchscreen. You can control everything from here. Your climate, your audio, your maps, if you have navigation, your phone, recent phone calls. Actually, if it's connected to Apple CarPlay like my phone is right now, it won't let you go into that. And this brings me to my next point, is Apple CarPlay. So Apple CarPlay is basically your phone on the Sync 3 system. You're able to take messages, phone calls, and music that you would normally see on the home screen of your iPhone, and you can put it on your touch screen just by plugging it into the USB ports here, right next to that nifty wireless charger we have right there. So when you plug in, it should automatically go to Apple CarPlay, but since I've already been plugged in preparation for this video, it is not. But you can switch back and forth between Sync 3 and Apple CarPlay just by pressing the buttons. Ford, Apple CarPlay. Alright, so here's the home screen I was telling you about. You have your phone, your music, your Apple Maps, your messages, now playing, and then back to Ford. You also have Google Maps, Google Play Music, Spotify, and one of the most popular new additions to this is the Waze app. Now, to control Waze on the touchscreen, you have to have the latest software on both your Sync 3 system and your iPhone. Without it, you'd have to disable CarPlay to be able to use Waze, but Apple and Ford have started to get along, and they've been able to make it a lot simpler for us. So for those of you who don't know about Waze, Waze is a social navigation application. So you'll plug in a destination, and along that route it will alert you of cops, wrecks, vehicles on the side of the road, animals on the road, and a few other things. It'll also reroute you around the traffic, and all of this is done by actual drivers who have been on that road before you, letting you know that you have these obstacles to get around. And what you'll do is it'll pop up an alert and it'll say, is this accurate? And you'll say, yes, there was an animal on the shoulder of the road, or there was a police officer hiding here, and you'll say, yes, they were there. But this is one of the more popular features that everybody wants to use on this system, and now we have it. So some of the other things that Ford has concentrated on over the past few years would be hands-free. You can use everything hands-free in this vehicle. You can tell the vehicle to play your music. You can tell it to read your unread text messages. And the way it does this is through Apple CarPlay. You have your operating system from your cell phone, Siri, Google, OK Google, I couldn't get the words out, OK Google, Siri, or just the regular manufacturer system. But most people are going to want to use Siri. That's who they use it during their daily lives. But you can tell Siri anything. You could tell her when she's not connected to this vehicle. For instance, if you want to
hear unread messages or create a new one?
Unread messages.
You have new messages from Doug Kaufman and Bellew. Doug Kaufman said, about 5 minutes away, you need anything. Would you like to reply?
Yes.
What do you want to say?
No, thank you.
Your message says no thank you. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent. Would you like to hear more messages?
Yes.
Bellew said, this vehicle is awesome. Would you like to reply?
No.
Okay, that's everything.
And you'll notice you'll even have Bellue's picture up here in the top right corner, if you, those of you who missed that wonderful photo of him. He's the man behind the camera. Well, that is how you can read your text messages. And notice that I didn't have the opportunity to take my eyes off the road. I could just listen to everything and tell the car what I want it to do. You can even tell it to call whoever's in your contacts. So you can initiate a text message through the voice commands. You can tell it to play a certain playlist in your iTunes music. If you have Apple Music, you have a subscription to this. So anything that's on iTunes you can listen to. You can name an artist, you can name a playlist, you can name a particular song, and you can listen to everything. So I choose Apple Music because they have everything, and it just integrates well with Apple. But see, I have Aerosmith Dream On, and I don't own a single one of their albums. I just have the song. All right, so you can see here your playlist, your recently added, everything. So that's a little bit about Apple CarPlay. There's much more to it, but for the sake of time, we're going to skip along to the Ford Pass application, the Ford Pass Connect application. So I'm sure you've all seen the photos where you can lock and unlock your car from wherever, outer space, across the country, doesn't matter. So obviously Ford, concerned with your safety, is going to ask you if you're driving. I am not driving. Some of you will fib and say you aren't, and you are. So you can add a vehicle, and you can add multiple vehicles. See, I have 3 added. I named this one Stealthy just for this demonstration. So the Ford Pass Connect app does more than just lock and unlock and start your vehicle for you. You can schedule starts. If you get up and go to work every morning, 8:30, you can schedule your demo or your vehicle to start at 7:30, so it is defrosted, heated up, the steering wheel's hot, and you're ready to go to work. It'll also alert you of recalls, and if you have Woody Anderson Ford set as your preferred dealer, you can schedule an appointment through this app to have that recall looked at, or have a service appointment, or schedule an oil change. More and more that you can do through this app. Ford is working on it every day to make things easier for you and your experience here at the dealership and buying a car, servicing your vehicle. You can even find parking on this application. There, you can even go shopping. Shop for new vehicles. It'll pull up all of our current rebates and incentives for our new vehicles. But mostly what I use it for is just locking and unlocking my vehicle. That's about it for what I have today. I don't want to overload everyone with information. There's much more driver-assisted technology, but for now, you just want to go over the things that most people are using, like their iPhones. You can't find anyone without their phone. They're always using navigation. Nowadays, you couldn't ask me to use a map, a paper map, to find anything. So I use my phone, Waze, the navigation on Ford Sync 3. That's it. Thank you.